Erik Gronwall has stated he would have loved to have stayed in Skid Row. This the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. That's right, Sean effing Morrison here. And it was a new interview he did with a magazine in Finland called Cheozine. Erik Gronwall opened up about his decision to exit Skid Row less than a year ago. The 37-year-old Swedish born musician was diagnosed with something called acute lymphoblastic leukemia in March of 2021. When he announced his departure from Skid Row in March 2024, he said it became increasingly difficult to prioritize his health and full recovery as the lead singer of Skid Row. And he addressed the circumstances that led to his exit. Leaving the band said it was one of the toughest career decisions that he ever had to make. He loved being in Skid Row. It didn't hurt waking up being the lead singer of Skid Row, but to still be in the band if that was an option, he would still be in the band if that was an option. He left. He left to respect the person who went through the leukemia, the person at the hospital. He promised himself that he would always put his health first, and when he couldn't make when he felt like he couldn't do that being in the band, he just had to make that decision. He has said he's loved that time in the band. He has had much fun with the guys. They clicked right away. Always look back that time with a smile. Now this is myself talking to Mr. Morrison. Gangs All Here was an excellent album they released back in 2022. The Live from London release is also awesome as well. You guys should check those out. Great releases. Also check out Mr. Morrison's review on them as well. But he said, given the circumstances, Erik Gronwall stated that they couldn't find common grounds on how much they should tour. He went to clarify that he was always open to continuing with Skid Row if an agreement was reached regarding how much time to spend on the road. I'm not sure if it was said in an interview, but it was never about not touring. He just needed more time in between to recover. So his session was 3 weeks on the road, including traveling, then a month off, 3 weeks on the road, including traveling, a month off, just to have that time in between. But they didn't find that feasible, and that's totally fine. And he says Skid Row's been doing this since before he was born. He was laughing about it. They have a recipe. Totally respects that they didn't find out feasible at all, but it was all what I needed, and we are here. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else out there, subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. He also said leaving Skid Row was giving him a lot of freedom to pursue other projects. Mr. Morrison has a video on that as well. And yes, Skid Row is a band that does tour a lot during the year as much as they could. Right now, they are still looking for a singer to replace Erik Gronwall. And they had 4 shows previously booked when he left the band, and Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm filled in for those dates and did a pretty good, awesome job at filling in. But, unfortunately, this happened. Could Skid Row actually played to his schedule? Anything's a possibility, but maybe it was going to cost them too much money. Who knows? So there it is, friends. Erik Gronwall stated he would have loved to stay in Skid Row. Your thoughts, friends, on this? Shame, shame, shame.